Banana. Banana. You thought it was over, bitch. You were wrong. Fuck you, cunt. Dun, 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 dun. Back in the saddle again. I'm about to have my heart broken, bitch. Let's go. This is another manga. It's lying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hope Speak Academy, huh? Wasn't the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy mentioned in that other manga too? That's why Hope Speak Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn more about that incident? Oh shit, we better start reading. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy occurred at Hope Speak Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope Speak Academy used all the resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as a symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Speak Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that, I don't know, huh? Yeah. Okay, very sorry. And that heralded Hope Speak Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Eventually that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Works cited, Danganropa /0. Danganropa 0. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hope Speak Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like this is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Damn it, he always has to leap up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But the ultimate hope. Fuck you, Siri. Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. That for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I'd wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department! Here, it said the Reserve Corps students in the Reserve Department began uprising. Then, what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Alright. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Holt Peak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who secretly used the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. Well, metal slabs, yeah. A violin. What can I expect? I think this is it, isn't it? Yes, essentially. So we did things. Alright, let's see. Has anything changed, though? Oh god, I completely forgot about all these fucky shits. I still can't go in here, right? Hold up. Oh, wait, have I already gone in here? I haven't, I don't think. No, I haven't. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a little mono... What the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here! It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Hold on, let me get that Mono Luma. Oh.
I've been found!
I've been found! Oh yeah, the torch. This looks like a plastic tarp. Why is it left out like this? Clean after yourselves, will you? This Moonga. Let's see. I've seen this in movies before, and it's a refrigerator for preserving dead bodies. At least, that's what it looks like, but that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school biolab isn't something you should joke about. Oh, excuse me. It just feels so forced. This idea should have been cancelled during development or something. What am I thinking? None of the lights are on, so it means no bodies are there. So they must be keeping the bodies some... Ew, that's gross. That's scary. Okay. The body should be somewhere else. There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is... Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. I don't like that cover. It doesn't look like anything specific though. Nobody's specific, at least to my knowledge. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet, and began spreading and eroding to the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon, the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times. Excuse excuse me. When senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world, a war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Speak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope Speak Academy students' talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new waves and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant? What's happened to them?
No way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough! What is this messed up manga? I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault though, thanks to them sealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hell.
Gosh, that's too high. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. Alright. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy at Hope Speak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings more involved and connected to them? Okay. Then, that doesn't make sense. Are all the killings that were involved connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. The freezing room. It's no use. Shadow the Hedgehog. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Gosh, this is really fucking irritating. Okay, so 5C still isn't open. That's blocked off. I've already gone to the dojo. So yeah, okay, yeah, the next classroom's opened up. 5B. Alright. What type of manga do I got this time? Sweetie? Oh, it's Kuzurio and Monokuma. No, I shouldn't go ahead. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Hey, Kuzurio. Jeez. When I went inside this room, that bastard bear was suddenly here. He keeps glancing at me. I wonder why. It's gonna be shitty either way. Damn right. So I'll let you handle it. There's no way I'm gonna deal with that idiot. I don't want to do it either. Okay. Hi, Monokuma.
Hiya!
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here?
No.
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I don't want to read your manga in the first place. High school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I actually really want to try that. I'm getting really fed up with your bothering. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. What? Surprise! It's about ultimate despair! Huh? Ahem. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl?
Yes, indeed.
Lady Junko Enoshima. Ooh, that baby girl kind of fine. I won't capsulate my G.
Hey,
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the Ultimate Despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me!
Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it.
Hey,
That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
Phew.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. So, she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat?
Huh?
Then what was their purpose?
Huh?
What? Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they do what they did without any purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko Enoshima's despair. Huh? For Junko Enoshima, despair isn't about purpose. It's a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Enoshima as Junko Enoshima. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Ashima. Like believers making offerings to their god. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko and Ashima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible, though.
What?
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Oops, God, why am I so fucking, like, gassy? God. Hey, what do you mean by final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide! Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students? Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded. Huh. Is that me?
Damn it.
I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair? Junko and Ashima? It doesn't scare me at all. I mean...
Bastard!
Junko and Ashima is already dead! Huh? Oh! Ultimate despair. Oh, and the tragedy. Oh, we're sitting down. Bitch, what do you... I mean... Yeah, she's dead. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko and Ashima is really dead?
Huh?
What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life, in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. What was that you said about the Killing School Life? Yes, sir. Like the killings we were involved in, they were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
That's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For a manga all about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko and Ashima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko and Ashima is dead.
Like...
It turns out that Killing School Life was part of the whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hope's Peak Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole time?
So...
The students of Hope's Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Ashima failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then, Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not, doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Junko and Ashima isn't alive anymore. Then, who's our enemy? I don't like the way Monokuma's not saying shit. It's like, when was it? It was in DR1, it was like the final trial. If Junko and Ashima is already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved in resemble that killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
Ugh. If the students from Hope Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this really is an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Boom. Beach. Ah, crud. Okay, there we go. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What? Do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean, raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
Ooh,
One step at a time.
exciting.
You're getting closer to clearing my character out. You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside.
Yeah!
I'll raise them flags like crazy! Alright. Later. Despair, what was the other one? Oh, we're on the 4th floor now. Huh? It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Hey, it's fucking Akane. What's good, baby? Ooh. Akane's twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. Huh? What do you mean? Who?
So,
I don't know. It's just my gut after all.
It's just my gut.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her guts must be correct again this time. So, with the cast, is it gonna be... Okay, so all that shit's blocked up. Get that black cum off my fucking screen, cunt. Gosh, okay, I gotta go to the fucking music room then. This is where Makoto and Kyoko... Well, this is where Kyoko kind of act like a little bitch. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange. This monument. What is that, like? Something history, Hope Peak Academy, among the many who he'll probably read it out. Looks like it's some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? It's not just that. The mark engraved into the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduate of Hope Peak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Excuse me? Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Peak Academy? Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. Yeah, this little hologram thing. What is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Oshima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat in the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hope's Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? Fuck. Excuse me. It's like they're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history really is true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering our memories, not remembering the memories we've lost. I don't know. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma. If he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are all carrying out the will of Junko Enoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was on that ancient ruin. There's no way that research facility... If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are still so many mysteries. It's very... yeah. Ibuki, bro, I swear. It's like as soon as I hear Ibuki, I just think of Street Fighter. I've been playing too much Street Fighter. Okay, let's see. What's open? What's open? Ah, the office. Teacher lounge, you. Oh, Kazuichi. This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that.
Well...
More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Fucking simp?
This is bad.
Hey, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. Damn it, I'm really worried. What if something happens to me when Miss Sonia isn't looking? This guy is so useless sometimes. Fucking cunt, simp and all this shit.
Huh? Are you serious?
Yes, Monokuma, I am serious. Fucking dumb cunt. Flowers on the top of the desk? Plus, they look really strange to me. Are my eyes just tired? Nah, they're pixelated, fam. List of subjects? Oh, that's us. I was about to say, is that DR1's cast? There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that, oh, Hyoko Sayonji. Huh? That's actually really cool. I like that. But why are we grouped in threes? And why is Hyoko by herself? That is very strange. Our names I've seen before. Yeah. Very strange though. There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? Oh wow. Why does she look older? What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't be the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew, she had little pigtails. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way, I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure is too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name?
I mean...
That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. And that's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister?
Man...
Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything like that.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. Hiyoko is the Sayonji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko. Huh?
Of course not!
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this? I mean, she was famous for her child-looking figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? Yeah, she is already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today, I'm feeling white.
Okay, and what about black, huh? Monokuma, you're fucking racist? Sorry, that was a really shitty joke. Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in the newspaper. What the fuck? Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why? Why does this even exist?
Hey!
Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad!
If it says subjects, maybe it means there was a kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh god, that little yelp. Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we were also subjects, right? I mean, our names are written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
What's going on? It's better not have anything to do with time travel. That'd be cool. This nigga, who the fuck are you? Izuru. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched onto it into the placard says Hope Speak Academy. Oh, what the fuck? Hope Speak Academy's founder, Izuru Kamakura. The founder of Hope Speak Academy, and this name, Izuru Kamakura. Does this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Or doesn't this? Damn it, another mystery. Izuru, you're fucking ugly, cunt. Hologrammo. Excuse me. There are letters floating in the air, like the music from earlier. Looks like Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Oshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps, there is still a leader on par with Junko and Oshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is in order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's weird. Oh, God. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime! You shall now go on to the next stage. Next stage? Well, I guess we're going on to the next stage, fellas. Third floor. Nice. Damn it, not again. The hallway is different from the last time. I guess that when that flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I moved to a totally different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, now's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. Oh, wow. Well, that's actually fucking trippy. Yo, that's sick. Oh, we can't go into the fucking physics lab. Alright. Oh, we can't go into the art room either. Are we gonna go into the rec room? We're going to the rec room, aren't we? Oh, what the? Oh my god. That scared the fucking shit out of me. Yeah, we're going to the rec room, I knew it. Wait, hold on, the classroom. Yep. It's like Alice in Wonderland type shit. This is where Sakura killed herself. Oh. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think in a room like this actually exists inside of a school. Hold on, let's check the magazines first. There's a lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer, travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. Mahiru would have been happy to see this. Man, I completely forgot about Mahiru. Oh, there's still the four! And the locker. Oh, what the hell is this? This is where Sakura killed herself. It's a nice, firm-looking leather sofa. It looks like it'd be comfortable for anyone to sleep on. What is this? It's a file with Hope's Academy seal on it. And it says confidential. That means this is a big secret. This is a big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma is responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope Seek Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the fruits of our labor to further our true goal. With our hands, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word, true hope, left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope Seek Academy was behind something like that? I don't really get it, but there's something about these words. True hope, huh? What's up with this fucking billiards table, though? I guess we won't fucking find out. This hologram again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report that we gave you the other day, we have we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact that they were unable to ask about the specific details, Due to the fact that we were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, so it seems certain that they had survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others. So we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. Ooh. As for the remnants of despair, there are still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of the future filled with hope. Updated. Updated. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then, why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set us all up to this.
What's this?
God. My, Hajime! If you keep working like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey,
That's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there to get them. You can even do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No.
Well, who cares about me anyways? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. His true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Why did the music stop? Oh! Okay. Let me just, okay. Okay. Oh. Hey. Hey. Sorry. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. Ah, yes. Oh, and Akane is all glitched out. Amazing. Hello, Akane.
It smells.
It's close. It's very close. Someone is coming. Akane is touching her nose and examining her surroundings.
Based on my gut
There.
feeling.
Definitely really close. At least that's what my gut's telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or is it an ally? Let's see. My gut feeling is...
Well,
they're both!
Yo.
He's right. They're both. Both? What do you mean?
You.
I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. Oh, was that frame drop supposed to happen too? Oh, jeez. Alright. Oh, gosh. I'm assuming this has to happen. It's never happened before, so... Hey, the library. Oh wow, they have the archive fucking... Oh, this must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. Why the hell are the bookshelves like that, bro? This hologram again. It must be another one from the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14. Oh! Ah! Oh shit! To Future Foundation 14th Division, Makoto Naegi. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? What you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? This email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. This email is addressed to Makoto Naegi. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Makoto, what the fuck are you doing, nigga? Why you letting these niggas just like dip, fam? They're evil, bruh. Oh, we're still on the second floor. What do we got to fucking explore this time? A classroom? Yep. Ubi is really fucking hot. Ah, yes. Why are we in the fucking laundromat? Huh? Didn't I? Oh, and there's fucking Ioi swimsuit. Huh? Didn't I walk into a classroom? I don't really get it, but this looks like a laundry room. There's no use worrying about it, but I was in a school and now I'm suddenly in a laundry room. Alright. Junko, sweetie. Mono Juma. Oh wow, that gives you a lot of XP.
No.
Yes. Excuse me. For that crunching tablet PC. This looks like a tablet computer. It looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? I picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Ooh. Top secret confidential Neo World program. Neo World program? This word, Neo World. I seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. Oh wow. The Neo World program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World program, individuals such as the ultimate programmer, the ultimate neurologist, and the ultimate therapist. So Chihiro was in this? And neurologists and therapists, huh, were among the many talented people whose research results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World program allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. So is it like SAO with what is it, Nerve Gear? Unless I'm thinking about something, right? What's that? Is that right? I don't know. Okay, what you loading? Additionally, the Neo World program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic... What? Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. That is fucking OD. However, this device is for psychotherapy. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing, this device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. Oh. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world? Program? A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world is collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt until now. It's all disappearing until it's all disappearing until English is hard. It's all disappearing until all I feel is despair. What? I screamed loudly as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that. There's no way. something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character out. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything. It's all made up. Made up? Including me too? Oh. Nice, dude. I don't know why that's so creepy.
Hiya!
Nice. You got me some nice fucking, like, what, oriental sounding music? H3Y. How zero oh, no, I'm kidding. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that really deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching this. You're the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Looking forward to it. Hoo. Yes. Oh. You done? Okay. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down this hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Oh, yes. Restroom. No restroom. And I'm gonna fucking have a seizure. No nurse's room. Stop. That fucking hurts my eyes, nigga. Fuck you, gosh. That is a fucking hassle. Jesus, have mercy. Sonia scared the fucking shit out of me. Hello, Sonia. Are you familiar with the placebo effect and the nocebo effect? Huh? Ah, God, okay. The placebo effect is when your health improves after taking a fake medicine that you believe is real. And the nocebo effect is the exact opposite. Which means as long as the human brain controls all of the bodily functions... If the brain believes something is real, then it will become real. Why would you bring that up all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh my.
Huh? I am not sure. I do not fully understand. What the heck? Okay. And I can't go into the fucking trial room. Can I go into a class? What the fuck are you, bro? Gosh, everything's like curving me the fuck out. Little cunt. Oh my gosh, it's so wonky. It's like we're in Futaba's palace. The moment you discovered that the truth was a lie, I'm just gonna read normally. All hope would disappear. Hoo. Alright, it's... Ooh. This looks like the Koda Hammurabi. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something this big would be floating like this. But what in the world is it? The moment I looked at that object... Oh, Christ almighty, what the fuck is going on? 010101... What the fuck? What the... Whoa. Error, no identifier link. I like this music, though. Alter ego? Welcome. Oh, it says Fujisaka Chihiro right there. Welcome to the Neo World program. Person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No. Is this even a person in the first place? I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. Hey, my nigga, alter ego. It would make me happy if you called me alter ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? But what are you? Alter ego. Artificial intelligence. Alter ego? Artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind Neo World Program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing. And because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Damn it. Is this the feeling from earlier? This floating. Like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. Like I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World Program? The Neo World Program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collected during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means that the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located, that is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears this place is completely under the virus's influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you, too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the Neo World Program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that? Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World Program used for in the first place? The Neo World Program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope? Does that say not female? Or sex female? I don't know. But the fact that we're here, and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the features of the Neo World Program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories of any time period you set it to? So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. Excuse me, but why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery for me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope Speak Academy while it's still in its experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. God, like when Alter Ego stands there and the eyes are fucking blocked, it looks like he's crying blood, and it look like, well, to me, or like, I don't know, it's fucking weird. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us, but they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new worlds make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo War program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. Oh. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the Observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. They weren't giving any special authority at all, so they'd seem the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there is no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo War program would have promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it became a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but that function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was like Grandmaster chess player. I deliberately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified as its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock and the Funhouse. Based on— oh, he doesn't know that it's a her, or that it's a nigga. Actually, hold up. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of a one-sided attack. But Alter Ego should be impressed, or should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this Alter Ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? Damn it, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did the virus infect the Neo War program? The Neo War program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded into the main computer where the Neo War program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility? But the only person who could enter that facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. Damn it, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that I just heard... why am I assuming that what I just heard is the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Yeah, Chihiro, or not Chihiro, fucking Chiaki and Monomi, or Usan. Ah, but, ooh. Of course that virus is powerful, and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas, so it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as... In order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and...
Hey, come on
Okay,
now.
even if you're just a god on the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, suppose that you exist between life and death. The death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel too. The deflection based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm, I don't know, changed by the, what the fuck? Change results by it being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservable. What the fuck? And accelerates and crosses with the joint ownership of the world in the situation and of the context invites your death. Hey. Death. I can't fucking say death correctly. Death. Makoto? My nigga Makoto? What the heck? What just happened? You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? Huh? Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe he can't hear my voice from this side? I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really want to save you right away, but because of this virus's interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo War program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. It looks like this guy can't even hear me or see me. But just who is this guy anyways? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. Oh yeah, I knew it. Okay, I was just testing the fast forward feature. Fuck. But first I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo War program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any programs in the first place, or any problems. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the password to enter the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 11037? 11037. That's the number that we found in Nezumi Castle. The door to the ancient ruin was supposed to open after you all finished gathering at the Hope Fragments. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared the password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I am also the person who set the password to that number. That number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in the... Oh my god, baby! Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I have entrusted it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure without giving up on hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there. Because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario, when an observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence. Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of people. Oh god. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number. Chemo, Yashi Baba. Death. Makoto, no. Kyoko, anybody? Like, oh shit, it's Monokuma. Hey, what's up, bitch? Death, yeah.
Say what?
What was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what's with that weirdness just now? Nothing, really. I see.
Anyway.
That's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at that length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see, it'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus's invasion with all my might so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you all. Do your best. Do our best, huh? But what do we have to do our best at? The mystery's getting solved. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are we supposed to do when that truth is really a lie? We know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for the killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't it all be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? Makoto. Oh no! Fuck! You know what? I think I'm just gonna... Hold on.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hope's Peak Academy. See you soon.
Okay. Sheesh. A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. Oh, wow. Okay, well then I'm gonna just... As much as I want to do this class trial, right? I know for a fact I'm not gonna have the time to do so, so I'm just gonna save and I'm gonna end this stream mode.